Hey guys, and welcome to a brand new video to the channel, and welcome to a little video about one of the biggest updates remaining coming to Runescape 3. So today we're going to talk about Runescape 3 Leagues, the first ever leagues coming to Runescape 3. League has been a very successful game mode in old school Runescape, and I believe it's gone through like 3 or 4 different versions, and now is the first time that Runescape 3 is going to go and get this update. Now this is going to release on September 15th, and along with the update post they've done a video trailer, again very good, a couple of little teasers in it as well, and something I would highly recommend you guys watching. So what we're going to do is go through the update post, sort of go through what the league is going to bring, what the kind of emphasis of for you to do. And if you haven't done a leagues before, basically the best way I can describe it is very similar to a game mode, very similar to achievement diaries. So you'll have things like tasks, XP milestones, quests, which will reward you reward points for the league's game mode. Once you hit a certain sort of threshold, you can then unlock things called relics. Now, relics are basically buffs you can have in the game. Sometimes it's XP buffs, sometimes it's procs, sometimes it's ways you can slightly skill differently. But these are massive in terms of your league. The relics you pick heavily influence the gameplay. And depending on how you want to go, and what we'll find out a little bit later on as well, sometimes you can be limited to areas as well. So without further ado, let's go and give it a go. And I'd like to thank you guys so much for the support lately. I know I've been a little bit MIA. Basically, if you haven't seen my update video a couple of days ago, I have bought a new house. I am starting to move in over the next couple of days. And for me now, September 15th, I need my setup sorted. So yeah, you might have a couple videos between now and September 15th. I'm going to try and do it as best I can. I'm going to get the Bond series, the free-to-play to Bond, wrapped up. That's now done. We're going to get it wrapped up and moved across and finished for you guys as well. So yes, without rambling even more, let's go and jump into RuneScape League. So instead of the actual post, they've done more of a video teaser. So in terms of dates on when the league is going to run through, it's going to be September 15th to November 10th. Now, with this post, I thought it would be a much more in-depth post and much more to discuss about, but it seems it's mainly just going to be the trailer clip as well as the announcement of the date anyway. But we can talk about a few different things from these little notes anyway. So September 15th to November 10th is basically just going to be under a month of full content for RuneScape Leagues. And I will absolutely be doing a series based on RuneScape Leagues as well. I might do something where we do daily videos and we focus on RuneScape Leagues, and you can see my journey from trying to get the highest rank really. I think from the old school leagues, the cosmetics and the rewards which the leagues have produced always seem to do very well in terms of selling for profits. Now, my advice would be, again, I know it's very early to say it, this has been a better profit when you've held on to the items, because they're very niche items and very limited items coming into the game. If you sit on them for a couple of months, maybe even a year, you tend to have even more profit there because the items are such a limited supply. And if people especially use a usable cosmetic, again, don't know what it's going to be, there is going to be less and less in the game. Now, my opinion is RuneScape 3 has been crying out for the inverted 120 capes to come back into the game ever since Fresh Start Worlds, and I do think that RuneScape Leagues could be a great way to bring some more of these into the game. Again, the inverted skill capes, some of the colour combinations are so nice, and just a more variety than anything. So it'd be really nice to see those as a reward coming into the game as well. So a really nice thing which we have done, again, very different to how we did the Fresh Start Worlds, is this is going to be included in your membership. Fresh Start Worlds, you needed to make a new account, and then I also had to pay for a brand new membership package to be able to do Fresh Start Worlds, but they have mentioned here that it's included within your membership. No additional membership required and no microtransactions, which again is a very nice little thing to throw in there. We're still in the testing series of all these different microtransaction stuff. Cosmetics are gone. Again, we're now currently still in a double XP where we don't have any of the proteins or the portables or stuff like that. But to have no microtransactions for the whole game mode is actually going to give a really different feel to RuneScape 3, because obviously RuneScape 3 in terms of XP rates and skilling and stuff is at times considerably quicker than the old game. But a lot of that is down to boost. A lot of it's down to the AFK ability of like proteins. But no microtransactions is pretty huge. But I'll make sure to put in the video for the trailer. Again, it will be very much like just covering areas and a few little things. We'll get the post in the next couple of weeks where they delve into a lot more detail. Admittedly, they've only really got like 3.5 weeks until the release date. But we'll have posts over the next couple of weeks which will put in even more detail and kind of flesh out what the plan is for leagues going forward. Anything like that, we'll make sure to keep up to date, drop the videos on you guys as well. And for me personally, I just want to say to you guys that we will be doing a league series from the 15th, from the get-go. It might also be the first time I actually stream RuneScape and stream in general as well. So If you are looking forward to it, please make sure to drop me a like, subscribe to the channel. Let me know what your thoughts are on leagues. Are you going to be doing it? Are you going to be playing it on the side? Again, I would highly recommend, obviously depending on what the rewards are, maybe giving leagues a go, because I think the rewards which will come from playing leagues will be beneficial and will be a very limited resource as well. Only people who play leagues will get the rewards. Yes, you'll get people who will do multiple accounts and alt as well. But I do think it's a very good time to jump in and play the game mode a little bit different. I think no microtransactions, none of the XP buffs, none of the other stuff brings a very different game dynamic and a very different style of gameplay as well, which can only be good. It will be really interesting to see how the game changes with none of these different things. And also really interesting to see what kind of tasks they're going to set out as well. On this kind of side, RuneScape 3 is a little bit behind 07. Things like the combat achievements and stuff like that. It's trying to catch up a little bit. So I'm really interested to see like what they're going to bring with like the old sort of like old school style. Or if they're going to go completely different and go for something which suits RuneScape 3 completely. And brand new tasks, brand new achievements, all these brand new things coming as well. But most importantly, what we're looking forward to is your rewards. When the post is out, we will do that. We'll go through it. We'll go through it as well. But the big thing here is September 15th is when Leagues is going to be released. You do not need to pay more membership. You do not need to make a brand new account. You can just jump into this brand new game mode as well. And then when any more sort of content or sort of updates on this release come out, we'll make sure to do a video for it as well. But streaming videos, we'll be doing daily videos on this probably, or however long until I get bored of it. So yeah, looking forward to it as well. And one final little thing to throw in as well, I am sort of in between sorting the house out as well. If you are interested in any videos of my setup or photos of my setup, hit the subscribe button. I'll throw some before and after photos of what I'm starting with and what I end up with for a setup in my community tab. Whenever I go traveling, whenever I do sort of stuff where I'm away from the screen and stuff, I always try and throw a couple of photos. Just keep you guys updated, just show you guys what I'm doing. And it always seems to go down really well, so thank you guys so much for that. I think at some point I'll do some social links. I'll get like an Instagram and stuff just so I can show you guys, look, this is what I'm doing if you are ever interested. But I want to say to you guys, thank you so much for sticking around. Thank you so much for the support. I hope you guys have had a really good double XP week. I've missed a mascot and I've missed double XP. So those are some of the biggest updates over the summer, which I've not been able to do. Again, a mascot seems to have gone down incredibly well. My day sort of for the rest of today and tomorrow is catching up on the free-to-play bond series. So that will be coming on the weekend. But also catching up on the updates, catching up on like RuneScape 3 videos, some of the great content creators from RuneScape 3 as well, and sort of catching up on the content, and maybe at some point in the future, if I can find some friends, go into the try a mascot and see how that goes as well. But yeah, I'm going to wrap this video up. A little bit longer than just what the post was. Again, the RuneScape 3 post was just more of a teaser and a trailer and a confirmed date than anything. The video link for the trailer will be in the comments. I have rambled for 9 minutes over a little trailer post, so I do apologise. If you are still around when I'm talking, you are a real one. Thank you guys so much for all the support. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Again, we'll be coming with Market Watch on Friday, the finish to the Bond episodes on Saturday, Sunday. And yeah, hopefully we'll be pumping the videos out back very, very soon. Again, once we're all set up and stuff. But I'll make sure to drop a random video, just giving you guys an update where I am and stuff like that. But thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. Enjoy your double XP weekend, and I'll speak to you guys very soon in the next video.